Jefferson off the play fake, throws over the middle, this is wide open, touchdown, Falcons, Mykal Hunter with ease.
Air Force is a team that's very disciplined.
They're disciplined.
Air Force is a team that doesn't make mistakes.
You have to be very disciplined.
They're a disciplined team, Air Force.
Clark on the pitch, Asher, the edge, Asher on his feet, Asher Clark, touchdown!
What's that week like preparation for Air Force and the offense they bring?
Well, Air Force is problematic with the things they do in offense. They're unique. We don't see it from anybody else. And then to compound that, we played them on a Thursday night last year, so we had a short week to get ready for them.
It probably is the most difficult team on our schedule to prepare for. We try to do some things in the spring and in training camp to get a little bit of work on it.
We start in the spring every year. At the last 5 practices, we do Air Force. We do half-line option, we do full line. Because we're playing the second game of the season, and Baylor is very similar to us offense, we'll work on Air Force probably every third day.
You want an extra week to prepare because their offense is so much different than everybody else's, but we don't have that luxury this year, so now you just got to play as hard as you can play.
Jefferson calls his own number. Jefferson, who's been near 100 yards each of the last 2 weeks, is on his way to the house. Tim Jefferson, touchdown Falcons!
Try not to think about it. I just know my knees are going to be real sore after that game. I heard they cut a lot. So when that game comes, I have to prepare for that.
Talk a lot for yourself and for your defensive coaches getting ready for Air Force.
Yeah, that's going to be a tremendous challenge. And I've already tried to ask some of these other coaches around, hey, well, you know, what do you do? You know, how do you prepare a little earlier? But no one's really given up anything because I think they want us all to lose anyway. So we got to figure some things out in a hurry.
I think the first time you get in front of it, if you haven't seen it at least every year, there's going to be some real struggles when they try to put a game plan together.
A 51-yard pickup on the previous play. Jared, too, and it's just too easy.
They're very unique because they like to cut a lot. And, you know, just the whole week of practice is just, you know, it just stinks because you're always on your knees defeating cut blocks.
Staying low. Sometimes even, you know, crawling on all fours to break through the line.
I remember last year we brought in one of our graduate assistants. He Coach Petrino, he ran, you know, kind of similar offense in high school, the Veer. He came in, you know, strapped on the pads and put the Air Force helmet on and ran the triple option at quarterback.
I believe we played it different every time we played them. Since I've been here, we played them a different type of defense every year, so it's pretty difficult.
It's hard to just practice on what they do just for that 1 week. Their scheme is something that you'll probably have to practice for at least a month or so.
I definitely hate playing against our option worse than anybody's. I don't know what it is, but it's tough. It hits fast, and if you're not on point, then you're gonna get burned.
Option, beautifully timed on the pitch. Warzika on his way to the house. Jonathan Warzika, touchdown Falcons.
I believe Air Force makes you better on defense in your whole scheme because, you know, the way offenses are now, you can be attacking style. They're throwing the ball over the play unless they're a read option type situation. So for us, I think it makes us better.
When you look at what Troy's doing now, I'd venture to say he's not just your old veer and midline and trap option. I mean, he's got some elements of some pro-style stuff.
They're going to run that option, and you know that's all they're going to do, just run it straight up your throat.
There's not that many triple option teams out there anymore. You know, a lot of people are going the spread or pro-style offenses, with the exception of Army, Navy, and Georgia Tech and ourselves. You know, we're you know, sticking with that triple option.
We're a zone-running football team that wants to take advantage of being able to connect on some play-action passes. And that's us. We're not a triple option team. I know last year we went back and we played at Army. We didn't run a single snap of it.
Used to play volleyball a bunch. I bodyboarded. Just love the ocean. Love the heat.
The West Coast might have the sunshine, but it also has ice. The Air Force hockey team has found a pipeline out of the warm weather off the Pacific, with 5 California natives on the Falcon roster.
Hockey's become a national sport in the sense that there's players from all over the country playing the game right now at a high level. You know, how did this happen? How did this evolve? And I think it all started with Wayne Gretzky going to the Los Angeles Kings from the Edmonton Oilers. All these kids, you know, all these California kids are Wayne Gretzky babies.
Kyle DeLaurel, Derek Burnett, Blake Page, Adam McKenzie, and Jason Torf are all products of the Gretzky effect, but these Golden Staters don't see it that way.
I wish I could say it was, but no, not really. I don't think I followed hockey that early. So I was only like 7 when he came over. So I wouldn't have even known who Wayne Gretzky is probably at that age.
Might be the Mighty Ducks movies growing up. Those are always a hit, obviously, by us, and so you kind of grew up to love. That's about the time frame I started playing ice hockey.
I was actually more of a Ducks fan, especially because of the movies. Used to watch them, all three of them growing up, and just loved them. And then the Ducks rink was built like maybe 20 minutes from my house.
4 of the 5 started out playing roller hockey and eventually graduated to the ice.
My dad brought me to my first hockey game. It was when they had like I think it was called the Roller Hockey International. Anaheim Bullfrogs, they brought me to a game. And that was the first hockey game I've ever been to. I was like 4, and I still remember it. I don't know how. And ever since then, I've just been, I told my dad right after the game, I was like, I want to play hockey.
I was about 8 or 9. Our roller hockey team decided that let's try and play ice hockey. You know, these just kind of a bunch of rink rats trying to play some ice hockey, and we actually went out and won the tournament. Not too many people were happy about that.
Head coach Frank Serratore says he welcomes the converted roller hockey players and the intangibles they bring to the ice.
Now these roller hockey kids come along, and they're like the throwbacks. They're like the rink kids of yesteryear, because the roller game is an unstructured game. There's no checking. It's 4-on-4, and you see a lot of those skills and instincts that players once developed playing outside on the outdoor rinks with their buddies. Now you see the roller hockey kids bringing that to the ice game.
Compared to their colder climate counterparts, the California players had to fight for time on the ice.
Drove sometimes an hour and a half for practice, as opposed to, obviously, if you're growing up in the Midwest, like a lot of Minnesota guys on our team, they're skating in their backyard.
It made it pretty tough. Like, I was never there, right? Because for me, my hockey schedule when I played down in San Jose, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I practiced every night in San Jose, and then most of the time would travel on weekends.
Some of my friends probably didn't even know I played hockey. I was gone about, they knew Sunday mornings I had the sport I played, but they didn't know what hockey was, and I didn't really talk about it too much. It was almost embarrassing, because no one plays hockey. It's just, no one even knows what it is. My friends still don't know what it is.
But the time spent has paid off. The West Coast talent is slowly having an influence on the sport.
We kind of split it up in the summer a little bit. They used to play Minnesota versus the world, so it'd be like all the guys from Minnesota versus everyone else all over the United States, but they don't have enough guys to do that anymore. I think we only have just as many guys from California as they do from Minnesota.